Welcome dear friends, in this video we will solve MCQs-based preliminary test for CSS 2024 conducted by FPSC on 19 November 2023. Choose the sentence that is grammatically correct from the options provided. Option A. Amidst the cacophony of the bustling metropolis, there exists an oasis of tranquility where the weary souls find respite. Choose the sentence that is grammatically correct from the options provided. Option A. Irrespective of the diverse opinions, the committee has convened to discuss the pressing issues. Choose the sentence that is grammatically correct from the given options. Option A. Within the convoluted corridors of bureaucracy, myriad regulations often impede progress. Choose the correct sentence. Option A. Despite her exhaustion, the dedicated scientist continued to meticulously analyze the intricate data sets. Choose the correct sentence. Option A. The enigmatic nature of dark matter continues to baffle cosmologists as its properties remain elusive. Choose the correct sentence. Option A. Amidst the relentless march of technology, ethical dilemmas arising from artificial intelligence and automation demand thoughtful consideration. Choose the correct sentence. Option A. The intricate interplay of genetics and epigenetics, along with the influence of environmental factors, shapes an individual's health outcomes. Choose the correct sentence. Option A. Regardless of the myriad challenges, the dedicated team is determined to pursue their ambitious goals. Identify the sentence with a grammatical error. Option A. The physicist along with her team are conducting groundbreaking research. The physicist is a singular noun, so it should be is conducted, not are conducting. Identify the sentence with a grammatical error. Option C. The committee consisting of experts in their respective fields were divided. It is wrong because it treats the singular collective noun committee inconsistently with were divided. Choose the sentence with semantic error. Option D. Her altruistic deposition was as clear as a cloudy day. As clear as a cloudy day creates a semantic contradiction. Identify the sentence with correct punctuation usage. Option C. The concert was amazing. I have never heard such talented musicians. Can correctly join the two closely related independent clauses. Identify the sentence with correct punctuation usage. Option D. He enjoys playing the guitar, he finds it relaxing. So, there are two independent clauses separated by a semicolon. Identify the sentence with the correct use of the colon. Option C. She had one question, when is the deadline? We use a colon after a complete independent clause. She had one question is a complete independent clause, so colon is used here. Questions 65 to 69 are asked from this passage. Plato, the famous Greek philosopher, taught that the things of the world around us are merely copies or shadows of greater eternal realities. He used a metaphor of people living inside a cave to convey his ideas. The people inside the cave could not see the world outside the cave. They could only see shadows of the people and animals as they passed by. Plato was suggesting that the shadows would seem very real and alive to the people inside the cave because that was all they had ever seen of the outside world. But these shadows were not the real, living creatures of the outside world, they were merely reflections of them. Plato's point was that this temporal world is a shadow of some greater eternal reality. The word that would most accurately fit the blank at the end of the second paragraph is shadow. The underlined word convey, as used in this passage, most accurately means explain. What is the main idea of Plato's cave analogy? This world is not all there is. Which of the following would be the best title for this passage? Perception and reality. The underlined word temporal, as used in the passage, most nearly means temporary. Questions 70 to 74 are asked from this passage. Yesterday, I was exposed to what has been called a dining experience like no other. At lunchtime, Delhi's deli is so crowded, I wondered when the fire marshal had last visited the establishment. The line snaked out of the door to the corner, and by the time I reached the counter, I was freezing. I decided on the hamburger steak special. The other specials being ivory and onions are tuna casserole. Each special is offered with 2 side dishes, but there was no potato salad left and the green beans were cooked nearly beyond recognition. I chose the guillotine of the day and what turned out to be the blandest coleslaw I have ever eaten. At Delhi's, you sit at one of 4 long tables. The couple sitting across from me was having an argument. The truck driver next to me told me more than I wanted to know about highway taxes. After I had tasted all of the food on my plate, I rose to leave, whereupon one of the people working behind the counter yelled at me to clean up after myself. Throwing away that plate of food was the most enjoyable part of dining at Delhi's. If you go to lunch at Delhi's deli, you could expect to see a long line of customers. The passage suggests that if you eat lunch at Delhi's deli, you should expect to be called out by the restaurant staff. Which of the following illustrates the restaurant critic's opinion of the food at Delhi's deli? Throwing away that plate of food was the most enjoyable part of dining at Delhi's. The main purpose of the restaurant review is to warn people about Delhi's poor dining experience. The role of the fire marshal, underlined as mentioned in the passage, appears to be checking overcrowding at public places. Evaluate. Under the root 4 multiplied by 4 square minus 4 power 0. 31. Under the root 4 equals 2, 4 square equals 16 and 4 power 0 equals 1. So 2 multiplied by 16 minus 1 equals 31. Thank you for watching this video. Stay blessed.